EBITDA. 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 Pretty straightforward. EBITDA. EBITDA.
Out and use a EBITDA number. Google's trade.
EBITDA, I'm just going to refer to it as well as EBITDA. Now, what is it exactly? You can see that often on
list of quite in the right sector. It's called EBITDA. It's a variation of the standard
accounting term that was made up. EBIT stands for earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization.
You have figured it out. This episode of a Millitzer Capital M&A discussions is about EBITDA. You may have already noticed that Harvard scholars and big M&A guys and venture capitalists cannot even pronounce it the same. That's because, as this one gentleman said, it's a made-up word. Why is EBITDA important? Because in a lot of transactions, they're valued on a multiple of EBITDA or a multiple of revenues, which, by the way, each are just properties of division after the end of the deal. It's also how people perceive of the deal. I will not spend more than 6 times EBITDA. I will not spend more than 1 or 2 times whatever it is times revenue. But we can work on, we can justify, we can manipulate this term that has no defined definition. We can define it and move it and present it in your favor. We can make more money. We can give the buyer a reason to spend more. And it's totally legitimate. In my estimation, the term earnings is incorrect. But we'll use it right now. And obviously, this is earnings before. And before is, we're going to rip some of the stuff out of your P&L. After which, we're going to take your earnings and completely blow them up. They're not even going to look the same. D is for depreciation. It's a secret line item. The secret to increasing the value of your company. We're going to learn how to fix it. I is for interest, otherwise known as juice. This is all a function of looking at your P&L statement, operating statement. You go down the line items, and in this case, you find interest, if you pay interest. And the reason you take interest off the line is to level out the playing field. Your interest is different than the buyer's interest. The buyer will imply their own interest. And we're going to rip it off, okay? Just take that line off. That's how we start off with doing EBITDA. So you rip out depreciation. You rip out interest. Amortization, unless you're a software company, is almost negligible. And you rip out taxes. Well, sounds easy to me. But you may notice that many companies have that little asterisk, and I love asterisks, I love footnotes, and they'll have normalized EBITDA or adjusted EBITDA. And that's exactly what we do. Not only do we learn how to fix the depreciation, we learn how to normalize your P&L by pulling out, sucking out other legitimate expenses to lower your expenses. And what does that do? That increases your profits. And your profits is what goes into that EBITDA line. It's really cash, isn't it? It's really cash. So we're going to go over, not today, how to address these in your P&L. Depreciation is a magic number, and how to make your depreciation a big part of increasing your value. Gosh, it makes me happy. We've learned that EBITDA is what the buyer has to pay for you. It is cash. And we love cash, don't we? Yes, it's cash before date. That is your new term. Because EBITDA is all about cash, nothing else. There really is only one question, and that is, if somebody walked into your company today and wanted to buy it, would you be ready? Will you obtain the highest value? Will you be ready to provide them with the information that they desire to receive in a timely fashion? All of this can add to the value. All of this is how you get a deal done. And that's what I've been doing for 25 years, helping people getting transactions done. Helping them prepare themselves for sale and obtaining value. Years I've helped people develop their companies. Thank you. I guess it's time to move on. Hope you enjoyed this Millitzer Capital presentation on mergers and acquisitions. There's going to be more coming. Such fun subjects as how to handle your 2 sets of books. If you don't have 2 sets of books, I'll help you get 2 sets of books. Normalizing an abnormal P&L, and what buyers hate. So contact information below, LinkedIn, Facebook, you got the numbers. Love to hear from you, love to do work for you. Adios, amigos.